Oh my God, terrible. A car just went in. A car just ran over people. I just got hit the back. So, I mean, there's hundreds of people that just fucking got hit. Ran right into people. On the sewer. Holy shit.
Please don't film.
Okay. You got it. Fuck me. Fuck me.
If you have medical training, use it. Don't film.
I do have medical training. I'm gonna see what's going on. Fuck. Fuck. A car just plowed into hundreds of people here. Hundreds. I was the first in. My camera got smashed. Dennis Jensen, I'm sorry. My camera is gone. What the fuck? Fuck. Medics.
Be quiet.
No, get the fuck.
The car ran right into me. It just hit my camera. I didn't get hit. I didn't get hit, but my camera's destroyed. And then it ran into hundreds of people. Peeled down the street. And ran right into this whole group of people. This is terrible. I mean, medics are coming up. There are no police available right now. No police at all. You're okay. She's all right. Share this out. There is no cops here. People were just destroyed. This is the back of the car where I got hit. Oh, then fuck, I got hit. It took off my fucking camera. I was the first one. I'm all right though. You good? You good?
Come on!
Oh fuck. Okay, we need to get people back. Connect. Fuck. So this is my camera that got hit. I was the first one to get hit, but it just took my camera off. It didn't hit me, it just hit my camera. And it peeled right down here, came flying down this way. Flying down this way. I don't even know where the body of my camera is, but there's dozens of people that are hurt. This car came flying in 40 miles an hour, screeches, tires screeching. Motherfuck. That was rough. All right, calming down.
They just got hit.
If you're not a medical,
the cops have finally come in. They're getting some people in, and then the National Guard has come in too.
Please back up.
You got it. You got it. I'm going this way. Going this way. And they're doing CPR on this gentleman right here.
Check out the people in the car.
They seem like I got plenty of medics. She is bleeding. She's bleeding out right there.
Back up!
Understood.
Back up!
Understood.
No! They tried to kill everybody! They hit us! 80 fucking miles an hour!
That dude was going so fast. There's performing CPR on one person right here. There's a medic going on right there.
We can get to him! We gotta get the medics up first.
I'm out of the way. I'm out of the way.
We'll put some people around here. Use your hands. Let's back them up. We'll get the medics in, okay? Form a hole! Back up, sir. We'll get the medics. Back up. Back up.
Dennis Jensen, I apologize. I apologize. So your camera is destroyed. I almost got fucking killed. That car ran right into me.
Has anybody looked under the vehicle?
If you're just joining me right now, he's walking up this street right here.
You fucking
Backwards, taking a picture of everybody coming in. Coming in this way. A car peeled out. I moved to my left. The car smashed into my camera, took my camera off, and then just plowed into a group of, there's like 300 people down here. I don't know how many I've hurt. I only counted 6 that I saw. But the bodies went flying, screaming, and there are people hurt. There's CPR being performed by a gentleman down there, and they're trying to stop the bleeding of a wound. The car came in nose first, smashed into 2 parked cars down there. I'm fearing there are right now I've only seen 6 people that were hurt and are on the ground. Police took about 5 minutes to get here, but they're here now, and the rescue squad is actually in. There's medics down there. They're on the street medics were on the scene right away. I don't know if they caught the person. Going down there. Please share this out, everybody. Please share this out. A car plowed into the counter-protesters. The cow plowed straight into the counter-protesters. And now there are medics on the scene. They are performing CPR on this gentleman over here. I believe it is a gentleman. It's another person with a head injury. And the state police are in as well. I missed the actual, I was not recording, but I got my camera up as soon as I could. They're trying to roll him onto a stretcher. Else that we know. Sorry, the signal is being jammed here. There are medics on the scene now that are coming in. They are trying to get this one person out of here that is being, CPR is being performed on them.
Definitely not safe.
I don't know if anybody's with me anymore. Please share this out. Share this, everybody. I was walking up this street right here, and there was about a group of 350, maybe 500 counter-protesters coming up, just marching through the streets, chanting. I had my back turned, so I was facing this way. I heard a screech of a tire and just jarred it off to my right. As you can see on the left and the right hand side, this car was going so fast and it was going to plow through the whole thing, except there were 2 cars stopped in the street and it ran right directly into the back of the cars and caused that chain reaction. It then reversed. The car came screaming backwards. I darted into here with a number of other people that were all in a panic. That's when I was able to get the live stream up and going. This is absolutely disgusting. And there are a number of people hurt. I counted at least 6 people that are down on the ground getting medical attention. There are open wounds. There's somebody getting CPR right now, and they're putting them on, looks like a life flight a stretcher. And then there are other people that are just getting medical returns right now. So to recap this, where we have here is, he was coming down here. You got it, brother. You got it. You got it.
Please.
I'm coming over this way.
Please get behind the police line. You're not helping right now.
Understood.
You're putting a lot of anxiety on people.
All right, so I'm just getting shooed away, but that's okay. I understand that. He's right. Just trying to record what actually happened here. And they're keeping everybody from injured people. Looks like this gentleman has a broken arm right now. They're putting, he is part of that drum corps right there. And she looks like she has a head injury as well. There's the stretcher being taken in. I really hope that person, I hope everyone is safe here. They seem to be getting good medical attention as well.
Not sure exactly how many are injured, but it looks like dozens. Some possibly fatal.
This one person is hurt extremely badly. And that is the... Go right ahead, go ahead. That's where the car ended up hitting. Plowed right into it. It was ready to go the entire way through this crowd. Through this crowd. You got it.
Is there a certain way you walk to get away?
No, we fucking recording. This person is being put on a stretcher right now. With the rescue squad has arrived. You got it. I'm being moved onto the sidewalk. It's the right thing to do. People are in quite a panic right now. Oh, this poor guy. Fuck. I have never witnessed anything like that in my entire life. I am hoping that my friends are okay. I'm making all these people are okay. This is brutal. Absolutely fucking brutal. Here they come, here they come. So you have medical attention that is coming into, I'm looking at like now, I've counted 11 people. I got no license plate. As far as I know, there's no license plate on that car. I am doing no good whatsoever here. Is there somebody else over here that's actually hurt? Fuck me. This is the remnants of it all. So if you are just joining me, we are on Water and 4th. A group of about 350, 500 people had all converged in this area and were marching up 4th Street Southeast. I was in the front of the pack, turning around, taking down the shot of the entire group chanting. I heard a screech of the tires. I moved over to the side. The car hit my camera and ripped off my body and then proceeded to plow into the group, into all the protesters that were marching up and just ran into everybody. Shades of that drunken fool, that drugged out fool in Times Square, but this was intentional with malice. There are many injuries. I counted right now at least 11 injuries right now. One looked life-threatening, many head injuries, and one was being performed CPR on. The car would have gone into the entire crowd if it were not for 2 other cars that were just sitting at the bottom of that hill, which is in my live stream earlier. And it went.
He smacked me in the face. Please, I'm so upset. No, he smashed my phone. Stop touching me. I wanted to take
I'm not going to deal with this nonsense. This reporter got smacked in the face by somebody else. But please share this out. I don't know if anybody had that live. I was not streaming. I got my stream up as fast as I could. But this is truly ugly. Truly, truly ugly. It took about 7 to 8 minutes for any type of police to arrive. And medics. Street medics were on point. Street medics came right in. I believe this woman was these two cars. These two cars, the cars that stopped him, because there was marchers that all went all the way down this way and then down this way over here. Moving out of the way. Here comes the ambulance. We gotta move this way.
Get you guys out the street. I got ambulances coming.
Oh, there's even more people down here that are hurt that I have not counted yet. Oh my God. This is devastating. Oh my God.
What are you doing, man? Come on, get out of here. Give people space, man.
I got it.
Seriously, give people space. Go over there behind the police line, please.
I'm going.
Go. No, seriously, I'm walking you over there.
Yeah, all right.
Respect people's privacy.
More ambulances are arriving now. That was one of the most horrific things I've seen. And they're moving in. I'm apologizing for the language. And
he wasn't perfect, though.
I know my live stream is breaking up. I hope I have this. I hope people are watching. I hope you are sharing this. There's another person that was down. I frankly was doing nothing there, helping out. They had enough medics. I have minor medical training that was not going to help anything. If you're just joining, I'll just give another recap. I just walked away from in there. This happened about 30 minutes ago. We were walking down, I think this is Water Street, up to West 4th, southeast, and a number of groups had met on these street corners. They had all gathered here, just randomly marching, and it took over the entire street, from storefront to storefront throughout the entire street. They marched this way and decided to take a left. How that car got through is suspect, because they had to have known that that march was coming through that street, because the marchers did not know that they were going. They did not know that they were going left. In fact, they were just like, where do we go? They started saying, go left, go left. I ran to the top of that hill. I went to the top of that hill, turned around to get the shot because it was going down. I was going to get the massive group where I heard a group of tires screech behind me, and I just jumped out of the way, and it caught the body of my camera, and it ripped off the body of my camera from this lens. Not a big deal. I am fine. I am safe. But the car plowed in, proceeded to plow down, going 50, 60 miles an hour, accelerating as it went, plowing into people. Bodies were flying up and over, And the only reason why it stopped at the bottom of the hill, the only reason was because there were 2 cars parked at the bottom. And when the sea of people parted, it ran directly into the back of those 2 cars. And those 2 cars stopped that car, and it had nowhere to go. The car proceeded to back up, and everyone started to scramble where I was into storefronts and apartment fronts. The car was, bashed in from the front, and of course it got away. Again, really suspect how that car knew the march was turning left. The police were steering everybody down here. They were late to get here. They took about 6 to 7 minutes before anyone showed up. The street medics were on point and cleared everybody out. On my way back down, when I started my live stream, I think a lot of you saw, there were a lot of injuries. I'm talking, I saw 8 to 9 people who were splayed out on the ground. 1 person receiving CPR, and they were holding and trying to get a wound to stop bleeding. I don't know if it was a man or a woman, but the CPR was going on for at least 5 or 6 minutes. They finally got a rescue squad to come in and put them in on a stretcher, and they're being taken away. I went down, the police came in and cleared the streets. Street medics are still working, and I just needed to peel myself away. I was not being helpful whatsoever, and I've never seen anything like that in my life. This resistance must continue and stand up against this kind of nonsense. This fascism, this alt-right movement is so empowered, and it appears pretty organized. Please share this out. I'm going to try to stay live. I don't have a whole lot more to say right now. Bernie, Luca, Bella, I'm okay. I'm going to try to get some more shots. Thanks for sharing, everybody.
Be on internet somewhere?
Yeah, this is on Facebook. On my page. Michael Nigro, Nigro, if you want to stream that out.
Okay.
I go by Nigro Time on Instagram, Nigrotime.
Nigro on Facebook.
Nigro, Nigro. Okay. I'm sitting in a police car in my profile picture, if you want to know.
Okay.
So, I don't want to make you do anything else, but can you just tell me, like for 2 seconds, what just happened here?
I'll give you the brief version.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
About a half hour ago, a number of the counter-protest groups met at this corner over here. I don't know what street this is. That's I think it says I got pepper spray. 2nd Street, and this is Water. They all met, started chanting and marching this way. They got to this corner of 3rd Street, right? And they didn't know where to go. And I was right at the front, and they started chanting, left, left, let's go left. I ran to the top of that hill and was going to get a shot to go down. I heard screeching tires behind me, and I jumped out of the way. The car clipped my other camera body, ripped my camera body off, and just proceeded to go down the hill and plowed into people going 50, 60 miles an hour and accelerating. Bodies were flying, people were injured. The car was going to go completely into the rest of the people. The only reason why it did not is because there were 2 cars parked at the bottom and just parked and stopped and smashed right into those 2 cars. There were people in those cars. I believe that they were injured as well. The car put in reverse, ran over people coming backwards. I jumped into like a driveway, a fenced-in area, along with a number of other people. That car got away. I will say it is really odd and very suspect why that car knew, how they knew that it was coming down, they were coming up that street. There is such a police presence around. There is no way that that car knew, that did not know that we were turning left. There is no way. I am not a conspiracy theorist at all, but piecing it all together, knowing how that they were steering people down here, there is something to be called for. One person was having CPR performed on them and trying to stop a massive wound. I counted 9 people, maybe 11. I'm now my story's not getting straight. There's too many bodies for me to count. Police took a while to get here, and they're getting people out. I would be safe. I would watch yourself in these streets right now. Thanks.
That's crazy.
Michael
Thank you, man.
Nigro, N-I-G-R-O.
Nigro, Michael Nigro. I'm just gonna cross the street. Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for joining. I am peeling myself away from this right now. I think I saw enough of that horrible scene for today. I have to collect my thoughts. I'm going to stay live because I know you guys are still out there. I have another people. I just have to figure out what's next right now. I need to have the paramedics and law enforcement try to do their work. There are a lot of people injured. There are many people injured, and one looked life-threatening. They performed CPR all the way up until the time they could put him or her on a stretcher. I thought it was a gentleman, but it did not look good. There were a number of head injuries and head wounds, a couple of broken arms I saw, but that car came flying down so fast, and it was meant for murder. It parted those people so quickly, and there was nowhere to go. It was down a street that was packed with people. And the only way to go was sideways, but you had the brick walls and the sidewalks, which were just jam-packed. The only reason why the car stopped was because there were two cars at the bottom with people in them just parked. They couldn't go anywhere. And once it parted all the people, it smashed into the back of the two cars, caused that chain reaction of the other cars. They rear-ended each other. That car couldn't go anywhere else. Whoever was driving that car threw it into reverse and began to run over people backward. I jumped out of the way and went into a building, like a driveway, along with some other people, and started to get my live stream up. I don't know when it went on. And I'm not sure how smooth it was that it went on. Taking pictures at this point just seems a little gratuitous, and people need to collect their thoughts. So, This is people putting their bodies on the line. This is real resistance here. And it's got to continue because this alt-right are so empowered by Trump. They're so empowered, and this is his base. You have to realize that this is his base. This was a rally here at Charlottesville, Virginia, that brought the who's who of the alt-right together. And you're talking of the Klan. You are talking of these white supremacist groups. You're talking of the KKK. You're talking of these neo-Nazi groups that all came together under a group that is not Make America Great, Make America White Again. And it is nasty. It is nasty. That is true terrorism that I just witnessed. True terrorism. You all right, brother? Yeah. All right. Please share this out. I appreciate the support. I apologize to Dennis.
All right, trash, you fucking piece of shit.
I lost your camera, brother. And I'm gonna sign off, folks, but share this. Get this out there. Hey, Johnny. Thanks for joining, brother. Please share this out. Explanation I give about 4 or 5 times in this of what had just happened. And I don't know. Tell me, is my duty to go back in there? My God. I won't take a Gatorade. Give that to somebody else if you want to.
Please take it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Somebody just gave me a Gatorade. I do not endorse Gatorade. It's garbage. I'm just not seeing any other media here. I'll stay live for a bit, but I'm not going to go in and record any of the injured anymore. I got to respect some privacy at this point, because there are some people that are really hurt, and it's pretty traumatic in there. There's some catastrophic injuries, and there's one that looked life-threatening. I know I have more people joining. I'll explain something in a minute. I just have to get some fluid and kind of collect myself.
Take it 4 times a day. 4 times a day of anti-anxiety. It's a good time. You know what the best anti-anxiety?
All right, folks. Is that John? Oh, good. Okay. I just want to give some All right, so I'm in Charlottesville, Virginia right now. All of you people who are just joining me, I'm just going to explain again. I've done this 4 or 5 times during the stream, but I don't want to go back in there and respect some people that have been injured today. What has just occurred is a true act of terrorism that I witnessed, and it's at an alt-right Unite the Right rally here in Charlottesville, Virginia. And it was happened at the counter protest that was happening about a block down that way, which is 2nd and Water Street. A group of counter protesters met. There must have been 300 to 500 people. I don't know, because they all met and we're all gathering at this one corner. We started marching down this street right here and got to 2nd Street. They did not know where to go. They started chanting, going, "Let's go left, let's go left." Now, when you go up these streets here, they're very thin streets with very thin sidewalks, but we had the entire street taken over. So it's just packed with people. There is nowhere to go. I ran to the top of that hill to get a picture of all the people coming up. At that moment, I heard the screech of tires, and I just moved. I just instinctually moved to my right and got clipped by a car that ripped my camera body off my camera, and it continued to accelerate. I continued to accelerate into the crowd, running over people that had nowhere to go. People flew into the air. People were run over. The car was accelerating 50, 60 miles an hour, I believe, hard to tell, and was going to continue to go through until you can see over there's 2 cars that are parked at the bottom. If it wasn't for those 2 cars, that car would have gone straight through to the rest of the people. It smashed into the back of those 2 cars, causing a chain reaction of the people in those cars, and stopped, threw it into reverse, and then peeled backwards and started running over people again. Myself and a number of other people jumped into the street, into driveways, and the car all smashed up, reversed, peeled away, and got away. Finally got my live stream up, came down and saw 9 to 11 people that I saw personally hurt quite badly. One looked life-threatening. His CPR was being performed. Some head injuries, some broken bones. The police took a while to get here, 7 to 8 minutes. And I will say this, that it is really odd that you had a march that did not know where it was going to go, being controlled by police on the top of this hill, and that car got through. That is bizarre to me. That a car actually came down, knew where this march was going, when the march itself didn't know where it was going, came down. That is suspect, and that needs to be answered to. At this point, this is breaking up. The police are pulling people away, which I think is the right thing to do, respecting all the injured. There are numerous injuries here, and this pure terrorism, ultra terrorism. It was a Charger. It was a deep gray Charger sedan, no plates on it. The window, by the time it had run over and knocked people up into the air, was all smashed up. It would be insane. It would be insane for me to believe that that person got away. But given how that person knew where that march was going, I wouldn't be surprised if that person got away. Somebody's now calling for a medic. Medic down here! Medic! 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 Does she need CPR? Does she need CPR?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah.
Hey, I'm with Reuters. Are you willing to tell me what you saw? I know you got to focus on getting your story out first.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me get my report up. One second.
All right. So,
Okay.
I'm going to turn this off of me, and people won't look up my nose.
Okay.
Hold on a second. So my name's Michael Nigro, Nigro. I'm a photojournalist from New York.
I'm sorry, Michael.
Michael. Nigro. Nigro. Photojournalist for SIPA, USA. SIPA.
SIPA.
What's your back?
SIPA.
Yes, SIPA. And this is my perception of it. This is what happened over here on following the march, the counter-protest group. A number of groups that were around, they had all converged at 2nd and Water. They all came together. 500, I don't know because I couldn't see how many people, but it was a huge number. The march came down this way to 3rd. I was up in front. There was chanting going on. Then the march didn't know where it was going to go. Somebody started, let's go left. So they started to walk up the hill on 3rd. I think that's 3rd. You better check your facts, but it's 3rd, northeast and southeast. No. And I ran up to the top of the hill where there's a bike rack. So I was going to get a shot coming down of all the protesters coming up. I had heard tires screech behind me and just instinctually just jumped out of the way. The car clipped my phone, body of my phone, and ripped it off the body off my lens, and just accelerated down the hill where it proceeded to plow into the protesting group. Now those are really thin streets, nowhere to go. It continued to accelerate. Bodies flew, it went over, and it was going to go forward into the rest of the protesters, except for the 2 cars that were at the bottom with people in them. I think they were just not part of the protest. They were just couldn't get through. That gray Charger, I believe it's a Charger, it's a gray Charger, no plates, smashed into the back of those 2 cars, else it would have gone into everyone. It was hell-bent to kill people. And ran into those 2 vehicles down there where they accordioned and smashed into each other. He threw it into reverse, proceeded to plow into the people that he had already plowed, ran over people. Me and a number of other folks jumped into driveways, and he, with his windshield smashed, grayed out windows, got away. I will say, thank you. I will say this, that having been at the front of that protest, and the protest did not know where they were going, that car knew at that moment they were coming up the hill, without question. That means, and there are so many police up there, there is no way that car knew, that did not know that the protest was coming that way. That was calculated, and that has to be answered for. Absolutely.
How many could you tell about the extent of the injuries? I mean, were they even life-threatening?
Yeah, one looked life-threatening. I don't know if it's a gentleman or a female. They were performing CPR the street. I mean, what the hell were the police doing, having gathered around here, and took them 7 to 8 minutes even to come, and not call in ambulances? The street medics were on point, and they came down. They immediately started performing CPR on this one, male or female, I don't know. That continued. I saw a number of head injuries. Looked like a couple broken bones. I counted 11 people, but it's hard to say. It was mayhem. Yeah.
And you said that one person appeared to have life-threatening injuries. What gave you that impression?
That they started performing CPR and they were trying to suppress a wound, to stop the bleeding on a wound that looked like it was around the thigh area, which is not good. You can bleed out that way. No, this is terrorism. This is Trump terrorism.
Would you give a guess at all about how fast that Charger was going?
Well, whatever it was doing, it was accelerating the whole time.
Right.
And for it to have its tires screeching like that, 40, 50 miles an hour, that thing came flying down there. That was fast, man. I can give you my info if you want to follow up stuff, but I kind of got to move around.
Yeah, okay.
Michael, is it possible to talk to our National Geographic crew, Katie Couric's team? Do a quick interview about just what we saw.
Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L.
Okay, we'll be back up there shortly.
At partiallysubmerged.com. And I'll give you my cell if you want. Hold on. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Who do you guys work for?
National Geographic and ABC. We're ABC doing a documentary.
What's your name?
Jean Marie Condon.
And who's your boss at National Geographic?
Tim Pastor.
Yeah. So I used to work with Tim Pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I call him?
Everyone, 5 p.m. McGuffey Park.
I'll talk to you guys, sure.
One last thing.
Yeah.
What's your age and what city you're from? We always have to-
Lives almost lost by the person who ran over them, but to also strengthen our resolve to go forward. So 5 p.m. McGuffey Park. Vigil, let us speak out to honor people who were ran over by those cars and to strengthen our resolve.
All right.
If you're Jew, if you're Christian, if you're Muslim, if you're atheist like myself,
Okay, Michael, tell me what happened and what you saw.
All right. Do you want me to you or to the camera? What do you want? All right. My name is Michael Nigro. I'm a photojournalist from Brooklyn, New York. My name is Michael Nigro, N-I-G-R-O, from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a photojournalist for SIPA USA. This protest, the counter-protest for this alt-right movement was coming down this street here. The number of groups had come together down here at Water and 2nd, and they all converged here. Probably about 500 people had come in together and began to march this way, which is Water Street. I was in the front, and the march did not know where it was going to go. Somebody started to chant, "Let's go left, let's go left." I ran to the front, so the march started turning this way. I ran to the front to get a picture coming down the hill. Those are very skinny streets there, so you're getting like 500 people trying to go up the street. There's nowhere else to go. It's chock full of people. I heard screeching tires behind me, and I just instinctually moved out of the way, and a gray Charger, I believe it was a Charger, came screaming by and hit my camera, took my camera body off, and it continued to accelerate down the hill where it plowed into the group of protesters, accelerating. Bodies flew, screaming, chaos, and mayhem. The car would have gone through the entire protest, except there were 2 cars at the bottom of this hill that were parked, and I don't think they were part of the protest. I think that they were just there, trapped, they couldn't move. The car plowed into those cars, caused the according effect, couldn't go anywhere. Threw it into reverse, and began to run over the people that he had already run over again. A group of people that I was with went backwards, went into garages and fenced-in areas to get away. The windshield of the gray Charger was smashed up and peeled out and went away. I will say this, having been at the front of the protest, and the protest did not know where it was going, and that all the police were around monitoring where this was, that car knew the protest went left when the protest went left. That car knew.
Did you say he reversed, he plowed into a crowd of people and then reversed
back
over into people?
Yep. I did not see plates, I'm sorry. I just saw a gray
And he sped
Bondo
off.
card, and he sped off, and if he got away, that has to be investigated.
How fast
As-
are you going?
Fast enough to take the body of my camera off and cause life-threatening injuries down there.
30 miles an hour?
Yeah, absolutely, over 30 miles an hour and going faster. I mean, you can see the damage of those 2 cars up there. That car was accelerating fast. That was terrorism. That was Trump terrorism right there. That's what happened.
Let's use that word. Thank you.
What's that?
You get a description of the driver?
No.
Did you see if there was more than one person?
Did not. No. I work for SIPA USA. SIPA. Yeah, sure.
Formerly of Brain Games.
formerly of Brain Games. How do you know this?
I'm Rome. I work with Rusty a lot.
Oh, dude!
I'm actually with these same.
He's with us, see?
Yeah. All right,
We're
yeah.
real.
I used to direct Brain Games, so.
Okay,
And
we're
Tim
doing-
Pastor fired us all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you and Rusty are still killing it.
What's that?
Can we get a release and a card in case you want to.
Yeah. How about this? How about?
Buy some photos from SIPA?
Yeah. How about this? Why don't you guys send me the release?
Okay.
And I'll
Do
give
you have an email address?
Yeah, I do.
Sorry, you have a card.
Here, you want a hand?
I'm still live streaming. Oh Christ!
Hi, Rusty.
Say it to Rusty. It was a great show. No, you actually do this. It's kind of interesting.
I work
Same shit that happened in Nice, right? I remember. They had the Bastille Day thing. It was a big ass truck.
It's like the easiest way to do it.
It is, but what I'm saying is like, let's just see if they use the right teachers. Like,
I will send you the contact you.
Contact me for this one because SIPA takes a massive cut. But, I just want my photos to get out there. I am. You look so super familiar. I used to live on Wyckoff. Yes. One is going to Ithaca and one is going to Brooklyn High. 19. Lucas, yeah, Lucas probably. Yes, she's still. That's probably why. Yeah.
Probably an endless ballet recitals
Yes,
together.
exactly. Good luck, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
I know you just saw something.
Yeah. No, I'm good. No, I'll be all right. All right. Did you get enough, or I know your battery went out?
my car ran out.
All right.
This one got a bit, but what happened?
I'll do it again for you if you want. But I have my. Where do you want me to start? I don't have my helmet on. Continuity. Where do you want me to start?
The camera, the lens almost knocked off.
Oh, so the car came down. I heard this car behind me screech, and I just jumped out of the way instinctually, ripped the body of my camera off, and continued to plow down the hill into all the protesters, or the marchers, essentially, and bodies just went flying. And he would have continued to go forward, except for the two cars that were at the base of the hill here, and he ended up smashing into the back of it, and couldn't go anywhere else. People were screaming and running and trying to help their friends. The car got thrown into reverse, and he continued to back up over the people that he already ran over, and trying to swerve into other people. Myself and a number of other journalists and people just darted into driveways and behind fences, and then the car just peeled backward. And then the part that you didn't get was that I was at the front of the protest, and the march did not know where it was going. When it got to the bottom of 3rd over there in water, somebody said left. They all began to chant left. I ran to the top of the hill. That's when that car came down. And I am telling you, there is no way that car did not know that the protest turned left. That car knew. It had information on the ground that gave them to come down that way. And for all the police force that was up there, that has to be accounted for. That has to be answered to. And it took the police over 7 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes. I have it on my live stream of how long it took. I'm thinking like 7 or 8 minutes for them to even get here. The street medics were on point. They got the people right away. After the police arrived, then the paramedics came. I don't know how you cannot be prepared for that. And with the amount of force that is out here, state, local, and the National Guard, which was the governor called in this morning. You had today the alt-right that came armed to the teeth with their AR-15s, with their sidearms, with metal poles, with baseball bats, with tear gas and pepper spray. The police let that happen. They let that go on. And when you were over at the park where the statue is, I cover protests all the time, and to watch the police give way to let people attack each other was one of the more bizarre things I've ever seen in a protest. And I've been covering protests for years. They would come in and then give quarter. It was bizarre.
What did you actually see? Was this when people were on the street fighting, or what are you talking about?
Well, this happened about an hour prior to this terrorist attack.
What did you see here?
I saw the car come by, take the body of my camera off my phone and hit me, and then plowed into the protesters and ran over protesters, smashed into the bottom, smashed into two cars at the base of the hill, reversed it, and then ran over people again coming backwards. And if that guy gets away, it'd be astonishing. It would be astonishing if that person gets away. The amount of force that was up there that could have caught that guy, watch it. Watch for that. Investigate that.
How seriously do you believe people were injured?
One person looked life-threatening. They were performing CPR, and it took the police and the medics to get here forever, but the street medics were performing CPR immediately. I don't know if it was a man or a woman, but they were also trying to stop bleeding. I saw a number of head wounds and broken bones.
I was told there was a 12-year-old black girl that was hit.
Don't know.
Can you speak to that?
No.
Michael, would you give a quick release for an interview we just did?
What's this for?
For Nat Geo.
Yeah, you guys send that to me. Just send it to me. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
I just need your name.
Yeah. With SIPA USA, SIPA.
Yes. Michael, can I get your email?
Nigro. Michael Nigro, Nigro, in Brooklyn, New York.
Can I get your phone number to follow up?
Yeah, 917.
How fast do you think the vehicle was going?
816-4418. You look familiar too. I don't know. Yeah, all right. Oh, Christ. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Sorry, I just feel like that story had to get out, and the more people I talk to, the better. I think. And I wanted to respect some of the people's
Do you know if they caught the person?
I don't know.
They're saying that that person's still at large.
If that person is at large, it'd be insane.
All right. Thanks.
No. She was, on the other side.
Am I still even on a live stream? All right, so I just did a few interviews because I don't think anybody was really there that saw what happened, and I felt I needed to get that story out. I'm going to end it this way. I appreciate everyone's kind words and sharing this out. I'm going to go file some photos. I'm going to look what I got. And all right, love you guys. And these are my feet.